Over the last decade, we've seen a marvellous change in community attitudes to depression and its treatment. People are coming forward and getting help now. Unfortunately, people don't know enough about what depression is, what treatments are available, how different health professionals, including their GP, can really help, and where they get information from. This program is designed to provide that information during the course of your illness, provide you with experiences that are shared with other people with the same condition, provide the input, the information from professionals like myself on an ongoing basis. At the end of the day, you should have enough information and enough support to make the treatment choices that you need to make to give you the best chance to get well in the first place and then stay well into the future.
It's no shame to recognise that you have a deficit, that you have a depression, and that you need somebody to help you. Because sometimes that can be really hard, particularly when you've been independent and self-sufficient, and to actually stand up and say, help me, takes quite a bit of courage, but it's definitely worth it in the long run, because you can still achieve so much.
I think everyone deserves to be happy at the end of the day. I really, really believe that. It's an amazing feeling. I just don't have that heaviness now. I feel like I want to be alive, and it's not an act. Whereas my whole life I used to have to basically act my way through the day and pretend to be happy, whereas now I can just be, and I'm actually content with that, yeah.
When I first recognised that I had depression, I actually didn't recognise, my GP did, because I didn't have much feeling of self-worth, and I didn't care whether I lived or died, and it was with coercion from her to have therapy and antidepressants, which I said I didn't want to go on to. I didn't want to have brain-numbing stuff, and I'm fine, I don't need anybody. And therapy was my lifesaver.
Basically for me, now knowing what I know, I look back in hindsight and I can see that I had depression all the way through my childhood, my teens, up to now, basically. So when I was diagnosed, I thought just a matter of seeing a psychiatrist and talking about it, but over the years I realised it wasn't just the psychiatrist, it was your whole well-being, basically. Everything affects your mind. It was taking the right medication, it was finding the right medication, finding a passion was probably the other thing. I know now that it's such a wide-ranging illness, you know, and I'm not the only one.
After I had the initial therapy, when I was diagnosed with the depression, I actually joined a bushwalking club and bought a bike, and now I'm quite happy in my own space, but it's still difficult at times to step out on my own. But I can do that now, which is really great. You know, I can go, and I did it last week. I sat down there at Warners Bay on my little fold-up chair in the middle of a sea of people on my own, and it was great. And I didn't feel all self-conscious and boo-hoo, I'm all alone. But I'm back on my bike now.
Well, the amazing thing about life now, I can sit in the same rooms or the same chairs or whatever as I was when I had depression and didn't want to be here. I can sit in those same chairs and feel like I want to be here. So it's the same situations, but my mind is just completely different. It's just on a positive level now. It's quite, I suppose, proud of myself for getting to that stage, but the actual, and I never thought it would come, honestly didn't, but that having that want to actually be alive, and wanting to wake up in the morning and wanting to actually be involved in life and actually wanting to achieve and wanting to paint and wanting to love and wanting to do all those wonderful things, because, you know, life really is, and I never thought I'd say this, but life really is wonderful.
It's not always apparent when you go see your doctor that we really like you to get as much information as you can. It means you're really joining in the process. I'd encourage you throughout this whole program to get information, to ask questions, to stay in contact. This program's designed to be around and to help you get that information so you can make the best choices in care. So I hope you enjoy the experience, I hope you do get as much information as you can, and I really hope it helps you to make the best choices you can make about the treatment of your depression.